America wakes up to uncertainties as the whereabouts of the president remains unknown. The president of the United States has not been seen for 7 days. If you know about President Trump, he is someone who likes the camera. He likes to be in front of the camera. He likes to give information. He likes to talk to his people. He likes to debunk things. And with the ongoing China conference and China parade, it's something that he would have stood in front of it. But no one has seen it. And when people discover that he has been missing for some time, then a blur image of him was put out to the public. For someone who loves the camera, this looks shady. And because he has had a whole lot of speculations around him due to his health, him talking about the afterlife, him trying to stop the war in Ukraine so that he can get to heaven, and him saying that he hasn't been given a lot of time, the American population is in panic, especially the MAGA community. For all, he is their leader, and also he is the president of the America. In his final appearance, sharp eyes observed and noticed what seemed to be medical patches on his hands. There were speculations about the president's health, which his press secretary came out and debunked that, saying that the president is actually healthy. But still, the signs are there. The president of the United States is an unhealthy human being. He eats whatever he likes. He does no sports. I don't do sports, but that's unhealthy. I try to regulate what I eat. Compiling that with all the stress of being a president, it can weigh someone down. But then when you listen to the MAGA movement, they're always talking about, oh no, the president is aging backwards. Obama in his prime, in the first 4 years of his presidency, he added more gray hair than anybody I've ever known. And I think he's a fit human being because he does sports, he eats healthy. What more of Donald Trump? With everything going on right now, the war, them funding all the wars around the whole world, that stress, it puts a lot of stress on you. People telling him he has broken the promise. The MAGA is furious. MAGA population is furious about him right now. All that brings down a human being. Reports are talking about severe health crisis. The president has suffered a heart attack. There might be other life-threatening conditions, but it is all controlled. Also, there's a whole lot of controlled silence when it comes to his health. Don't get me wrong, this is the same thing that was done to the left when Biden was in power. The Republicans blamed the Democrats of hiding the severe conditions of Biden. We have not even gone 1 year of President Trump's term, and they are practically doing the same thing. At least with Biden, it was towards the end of his term. But with Trump, it's actually in the beginning of his term. People are suggesting, when he's talking in the press conference, he goes up. He can no longer remember names of countries. He no longer remember names of people. So everybody's picking up all these little things, and it is becoming bigger and bigger. And the fact that he hasn't been in front of the camera directly for the past 7 days, it's a whole lot of problems to the American population. There are rumors that he had a heart attack and he passed away. Allegedly, there are rumors that he's really sick and they don't want to give that information out. But everything is just hush, 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 hush. Also, if you want to look at it, there have been a whole lot of rollbacks on the tariffs that he personally put. Some people are saying that these rollbacks have not been done by him. He is an anti-immigrant president, but he recently accepted 600 Chinese students into the country, which caused a whole lot of problems in the MAGA movement. Then they came up with a press release saying that no, the president did not actually mean that. They're still in talks with China and things like that. Also, the fact that he pushed India, which is actually one of their biggest allies in Asia, towards China with the tariffs even because they buy Russian oil. It's another thing that people were like, no, this doesn't make sense. America needs a strategic partner in Asia, and that partner, they wanted it to be Japan and India, to break off China and Pakistan. They just want to disrupt every other country. But the fact that this president has pushed India away, people are just suggesting that there's something cuckoo on his head. Well, it's really true. They say what goes around comes around. Last year, this president was all over former President Biden's business about his health. He's fine, he's not capable of being president. Behold, we are not even gone 7 of his term. Now he is becoming incompetent. There are rumors of his vice president, J.D. Vance, actually making a statement that he will be up to the task of being president if this happens to President Trump. But he also mentioned he supports the president 100%. And lately, if you're someone who listens to MAGA news, which I do, listen to every form of news because it's the way I get information and I build what I already have. So people are pushing him so that he should be loved, he should be liked by the MAGA population. Now, with the president missing, they're like, oh, is this why you have been pushing J.D. Vance in front of us? Is something wrong with President Trump? So that also has brought a whole lot of speculations. His calendar, it's something, the ones public and the ones that is private, everything on his calendar was cancelled. He likes going on golfs, and when he's golfing, you must see a picture of him, but nobody has seen that there's panic in the Americans. And let's look at the best case scenario. The best case scenario is Trump's comeback, continue with his war, continue funding all the wars they want to do. They are going to Venezuela, they're going to continue the Russia-Ukraine war and the people of Gaza, and they're trying to go into Iran again, and they keep on bombing Sudan and every other place on this planet. If he comes back, then they continue in that movement. And tariffs come back full bloom. Or he's just going to say, oh, no, I wasn't feeling fine, this and that. But let's look at it this way. What if this president is no more? Allegedly, what if the president is no more? What would that be for America? And also, how would that look for the globe at large? Well, next in line of the president is J.D. Vance. And we all know J.D. Vance. I would actually say he came out of nowhere. Sincerely, I like politics. I never want to be a politician, but it's exciting to see how people are just going to trick a whole lot of people to vote for them, and then they do the opposite thing. So J.D. Vance came out of nowhere and became a senator, and then he moved on to the vice president. He was nominated by these warlords and all these Wall Street guys because he's going to push their agenda, and we know what their agenda is. Let's look at it this way. He's the heir of the throne right now. He's going to succeed Donald Trump in case something happens to him. With this guy's background of being in Wall Street, he is president. What will that be for America? First thing we know is the American economy is crumbling, whether you like it or not. I feel like God has a hand in all these empires. When you've overgrown more than God, God will humble you. When you think you will not use the wisdom that the Lord God has given you for goodness, He's going to humble you. This economy is dying. There are massive layoffs. Inflation rate keeps on going up. People are not able to pay their mortgages. Many things are going on in the economy. The debt ceiling keeps on going higher and higher and higher. If J.D. Vance comes in with his mindset, with the people that will lobby for him, more money will be pushed into Wall Street. That is for sure. If you're going to invest, stock market is going to be where you make the most of the next 4 years to get, because they are going to pump money into Wall Street in a way that you will not believe. Any company involved in AI, in weapons and whatever, money is going to be pumped into it. the war will not stop. They'll keep on fighting war because one thing with the dying economy is they're grabbing onto power. It's slippery. It's like you're climbing a tree or a rope. It's smooth and they pour grease on it. Like there's no way. There's no way. You can pull it around your hand but your force will pull you down, So the war, they're still going to keep on fighting all the war that they have been fighting. One thing I think is going to reduce or be minimized is the tariffs. Because him backing Wall Street will mean trade. It means immigration is going to increase in this country, given the fact that MAGA doesn't want immigration. But immigration is going to increase, and they will quote immigration under looking for special skilled workers or something in that sort. Like, oh no, these are people that have degrees and things, and then also, so those are the people that they want to come in. And then underneath it, they'll be like, oh no, we're looking for people to come and do the labor that you Americans cannot do. As we all know, right now, they stopped deporting farmers and cleaners in hotels. They stopped deporting them because Americans don't want to do the work. The MAGA movement wants them deported, but no, Americans don't want. So that has been stopped. So that's going to increase. Immigration is going to be framed into looking for high quality skilled workers and, oh, we're looking for those that are going to do the job that you people don't want to do. That's how it's going to be framed. Then I feel like they'll increase the tension on the border still. They don't just want people coming into your country, but they want you to be able to get a visa and come into the country. So regulations of getting visas, I feel, will be reduced almost to minimum. Many people will be able to get that visa to come in. And then they will frame it back to the MAGA population. Oh, look at the war. No, people are coming in legally. They're not coming in through the border. And, MAGA is going to buy that. I'm not anti-immigration. I'm just looking at the stupidity of MAGA itself. So that's what is going to continue if J.D. Vance becomes president. And he is going to try to regulate the relationship between India and America, which if the Indians take it up, this is the thing. I want India to take it up, but I want India never to forget its relationship with China. If India's just going to be in the crossroad of things that I'm not sure it was supposed to be in. It's either he tries to regulate that relationship, but he gets pulled back because of the people in the Republican Party that bent on having the Russia-Ukraine war continue forever, and they just want to sanction anybody that buys Russian oil. Or he's going to mend that relationship, and it's going to position India in a better situation. At this point, India will ever say no. They will stop. Given the fact that right now, the President Modi is in China right now for the Grand Summit. So I think he himself is like, oh no, I have to wise up. It no longer works for me. And he has been putting himself around all the global south looking for trades and like that. So J.D. Vance is going to try to repair that relationship. But I feel like Taiwan is going to be a big mission for them. Whether they like it or not, Taiwan belongs to China. You may say what you want to say about it, right? You may think what you want to think about it, but that was actually their territory. That was part of China before the U.S. involvement. I think he will want to stretch his power into that situation, but anyway they put it on their ballroom, they're gonna lose. They really cannot attack China even from a long distance they really cannot attack China. But he's going to stretch that way. But sure, he's going to further crumble this economy, in my opinion. I just look at him as someone that is not really up to the task. It's my opinion, don't come for me. If you just go and Google J.D. Vance, you will not see anything substantial that he has created. At least we can go and see Donald Trump. Oh no, he opened this and it failed, this and it failed, this and it failed. J.D. Vance has written a book. In the book, it's kind of shady. People who change their names for me, there's something wrong with them. I don't feel like you're authentic if you do change your name, in my opinion. But once you actually change your name, I feel like, nah. That's something that your parents gave you, and that's something, at least that's the only thing that matters, So anybody that has changed their name, I just ew them in a kind of way. But if you look at JD Vance again, there's nothing really that JD Vance has said. There's nothing substantial that JD Vance has said that or done that you'll be like, oh no, this person is good. At least if you look at Kamala Harris, you see her resume. It's really powerful. You might not like it, but then there's history in it. You see the history being built. But with JD, it's like 2020, he resurfaced. And then up the ladder he goes. It's like someone pushed him into power and he is in power. Things like that, I do not value. They are not authentic in my opinion. But he might prove me wrong. So this is just to say, there's going to be a press conference at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think, from the White House. Whatever it is, I don't wish anybody dead. I hope President Trump is all right. He's doing good. I feel like, well, they voted and they got what they want, right? So him be there. But if the worst comes to the worst and the next guy is JD Vance, the only thing I can advise you is put your money in the stock market, the US stock market, anything related to AI, anything related to military. I don't like it. I don't do military stocks. But if you want to make your money, you do that. And please get out before his term ends. When you start seeing the Elon Musk and the people going to China to build their companies or going to the global south to build their companies, get out. Get out. Because it's money. It's good. They're just going to crash it after they leave. So whatever, let's wait and see. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. And please subscribe.